right? That we've seen Slardar mid happen from time to time. They go for the Ogre pick here, okay. Versus the Sand King's damage output, the Hoodwinks, the Pugnas.
Pretty cool, right? You are we're seeing many different builds on the Monkey. I'm a big fan of the Echo Saber Deso, which we saw from Nikkei in one of the group stage matches, but there are just so many different ways to build this one.
Yeah. Collapse is getting poked again quite heavily here, but already used both of his spells, so Snaking and that Nether Ward. Well, Blood Grenading up Rue, first blood. It goes for Falcons as they're able to take down the Rubik. He's getting some really good connections on this Pugna. Very high damage output already by him.
Oh, this'll work.
Collapse is really suffering in this lane. I think he is starting to regret. Oh, he's going to be suffering soon too.
I don't think he's going to dance his way out of this one. 3 versus 1. Finish off the Ogre.
That's a nice little snipe by Rue. He might actually survive still.
Let's see, throwing axes are there. Trying to get to the
Deny.
setters. He hopes that his buddies can help him out, but Snaking, oh. He tried to go for the lift, and the Nether Ward ended up killing him in the end. The ward itself. I guess that's a Rubik's worst nightmare, you know. You're stealing all these spells, but you have no idea how to handle them. Meposhka shows up bottom. They saw the Pugna down in mid by the looks of it, because Skitter is left all by himself. And 3 versus 1 for Team Spirit this time around. They'll get their second kill, Team Spirit. Did see some troll builds go for the Mjolnir, but usually that's when you're playing against an illusion-based carry on the enemy side.
Well, Mallory is now coming towards the bottom lane. He wasn't spotted by any of the wards.
Use both of their spells. He's not going to go for the epicenter just quite yet. Just go straight for Collapse. He'll burn his magic 1 charges, but he's still not able to run away. Meanwhile, Amar goes down to Yatoro. Morel also made his move. Their movements. Trying to set up a defensive play, but a Team Spirit scan does end up finding Snaking. However, Mulreen, can he get close enough to the Rubik? And he does find Rue. Stun comes out, only level 1 Stinger. That Sandstorm's going to do the majority of the damage, and it will be enough. Rue goes down, but here comes the Monkey King teleporting in. Mulreen almost gets the epicenter off. Meposhka interrupts it with the stun. He'll zone them away. Skitter also shows up as they push Morel out, getting caught by the bushwhack by Crit, followed up another stun. The Boundless Strike will connect onto Skitter. Morel is running away right now, but Skitter does have a lot of hostiles around him as Collapse is coming in with a level 4 too. And there's the ulti from Skitter, targeting Yatoro, but the bushwhack comes out at the same time, keeps that Monkey King at bay, and Troll ulti, it has run its course. Yatoro still not out of this one yet.
Needs the heal.
A couple more seconds for the stun, but the lifesteal is going to be enough, and now Falcons are running away as Team Spirit bring in the entire team to fight in the river. It's Rue traded for Snaking and Skitter. First final, so the Team Spirit Dragons, as they're quoted, were stopped by Snaking and Skitter. So first time the duo playing against Esports. He defeated them, and then Falcons in episode 3. So a blast from the past, talking about EP1 as well, which is kind of we've had so many episodes during the course of this year. But Team Spirit again in the finals. Can they finally break that curse? Even though it's not really a curse when you talk about them playing versus Falcons and their grand finals, at least from recent memory. Well, Collapse does end up going down to Skitter. That's a solo kill, 1-on-1. Off lane also a bit of a battle here as Snaking will be traded.
So the Blink Daggers of the mid lane
He's been able to stretch, no matter how hard the situation's been. The only time that they lost was in the upper bracket finals versus Liquid, so every other game, if the game has gone long, they've still been able to manage to get a win. Skitter and Malreen, both cores coming down bottom. Meposhka smoked up right next to him. They see the moves coming in.
They know about
is
this.
The bait in the lane, has Doom ready.
Oh, Falcons, they read them like a book. They see that something is wrong. Nobody's showing up on the map. Okay, guys, they know. They're coming to protect their offlaner. Let's just change the playing field. So now we are going to be baiting. Of course, the difference is Team Falcons, they've got a tower.
Got a tower, but they're missing a couple players. 5-on-3 to start the fight. Malreen loads up the epicenter, cancels Yatoro's jump in, and Monkey King has to back away right away. Amar has finally gotten here as well, and they're chasing the Monkey King. And there's the snipe. Crit will take him down with the sharpshooter. Collapse. No Doom used just quite yet, and doesn't look like they'll get a chance to do so either, as Amar and Skitter are going to chase him. And at the bottom half of the map, Rue is getting chased.
What a play.
He manages to get Snaking at least, but he'll finally drop his life. And they seem to get that Doom back to safety. Teleports home. 2-for-1 trade. A bit of luck. We'll provide you with all the social media channels that Fissure has. Updates from tournaments still to come throughout this year. Malrine will miss on this epicenter blink. He actually wanted to dodge collapse maybe a bit, but a nice burrow strike on 2, but Yatoro is unaffected by it. So the Doom goes off onto the Sand King, and Crit will lose his life. Can they chase the Sand King down though? Couple more seconds left on the Doom. They have Tree Dance going on cooldown constantly, now has it available. Malrine, burrow straight forward, he's got no TP, he's got nowhere to run, so he'll just try to make it as long of a marathon as he can. Sitoro's chasing him and TP's coming all over the place. Sentry down to the ground by Maboshka and take Malrine down. Crit almost able to respawn by the time the Sand King finally falls, but that is also another minute off of the Aegis timer on the Troll that Falcons can't use for a full-on 5. Yeah, the Rubik is queuing up the Force Staff for the team, right? So I think Ogre has room to make a Solar Crest for the Slardar, the Monkey King. Ton of items you can think about as they jump onto the Slardar, specifically Morel trying to make it out, that is. I don't know if he's making out with trees or not, but Malrine will make sure that he dies before doing so. And Tormentor's going to be also up in 30 seconds, so you can see Team Spirit's wards that are about to expire in top will give them info if they show up there. Amar running straight to Yatoro, reveals himself in the lane. That is his Fresh Radiance Mage Slayer up.
The supports are
with
baiting.
a stun, and they're actually doing a lot of damage, but the Glimmer comes in. Snake King's coming into the back. Yatoro's life getting sucked out of him. And Falcons, well, that kill should secure the Tormentor, even if they are damaged.
Usually increase, and this is a point where Team Spirit are no longer gonna be able to just, oh, we're gonna try to split push and the game is gonna stay in our favor. No, you are dealing now with a lot of map control lost, so you have to find a way for that mid lane tower to be open, and luckily for them the Aegis has expired, so winning a fight is no longer impossible for them.
That could do very good for the economy of Team Spirit too. Just need to find the right target. Malrine sitting next to the trees, going in. Mirel missing the stun, but he does get the connection off the Corrosive Haze. They caught the Doom first, though, in Amar, and Malrine just trying to get out for now. Wait for a chance to reinitiate. They'll give away Crit. They haven't used the Doom yet.
Falcons and try to shove out the waves that Spirit could catch them, but if they just start running towards they expect Team Spirit to be, where they also have vision, that is where Team Spirit can be caught.
Amar with no fear, leading the troops forward. Didn't get his Lotus Orb off, so no.
Spirits are thinking of fighting.
Back stuns, and Yatoro is getting to it. Collapse is running to the back, gets the Doom onto the Sand King once again, but that is Pugna doing a lot of damage onto Collapse, who has to be careful of that life drain. They finally got Malrine and snaking out of the way, and Amar is in a 1 versus 5. The cavalry is coming in, but is it going to be in time there? Because Skitter finally gets there as Amar dies. There is Crit loading up with the Sharpshooter. It's almost enough to take down the Monkey King. Skitter, though, he's fighting versus so many stuns. We talked about this in the draft. They've got so many ways to control him. Skitter falling, and Falcons are going to lose everybody in this. It's Spirit cleaning house. Okay. He's got his own tools to keep him safe. Midas Ogre went for that Solar Crest first. And
again,
Vlad's as well. Buffing up his teammates. They're going to do a lot of damage in time. Skitter pushed in deep once again. We've seen this before.
Yeah, they
there
just
goes
want to
Collapse.
stop his...
Almost got the bat to connect on him too. Malrine is stuck for now. Goes onto the Doom. Collapse can't get out. Rooted up for now. Skitter will find the double. Falcons will charge straight to Yatoro. Rooted on the spot by the Troll, taking a mano-a-mano fight. And Amar was standing right next to him, but Amar gets to stand a bit longer. Monkey King misses the timing on the stun. Tried to find some lifesteal with the Boundless Strike, but no such luck. And Amar gets out. The tower is not enough to finish him off despite the Corrosive Haze on him. Spirit down by 3. Falcons will find the first tier 3.
They should be able to find the full interact as the wave is coming, and considering that you don't have a glyph, this tower is going to die. Fight onto their terms. For Falcons, same is true. If you're fighting, it's going to be on the top lane. That's where maybe you can find a pick-off and force Spirit into a bad fight. And usually we're going to be seeing this little bit of a poke in the mid lane, which if Amar steps out, they're going to jump him.
I mean, the fun fact is, right, Spirit had all the vision down bottom, and now Falcons under the vision they go. Nice burrow strike interruption there, but this Bristleback doesn't seem to stand a chance. The gem is down on the ground. 80 seconds without their Amar. Skitter focusing on Doom. Doom already burnt in the fight there. Skitter gets to turn around with his ulti, finishing off Collapse. Both offlaners dead. Mirel looking for an angle in. Can he catch one of the supports? decides to change his mind before crossing into the river. Up at the same time, but Team Spirit, with this move, forcing Falcons back for a moment. I love that they instantly go for the D ward on that cliff area. There's still one ops placed down by Crit, showing deeper into the jungle dome. And Poshka's now putting down lane wards. This is where Team Spirit next wants to fight.
Oh, this was very close for Malrine to get caught, and they're actually thinking about going for
They're still on him. Morel will find him. The
him.
boundless strike connects onto him, and the lift from Rue, and they blow up Malrine. No chance to survive.
And why are they so good? They got the gem as well from the Bristleback, but that was, you know, I saw Mars movement, and for 99% of the time when he was staying in that lane, it was perfect for him not to get caught. But Team Spirit, they're staying and they're waiting like a predator, and at a perfect time, everybody jumps, bounces at the same time, and they got him. So it was just beautiful to watch. If it lands them the Roche, and it seems that it did, it landed them the Roche, it landed them the gem, it allowed them to overtake the vision in their big jungle as well, to take down so many wards. It's beautiful.
Might not be fully over yet. They're eyeing on the situation. Roshan hasn't fallen yet. And Team Spirit are trying to draw Falcons in as well. But Poshka's taking the bait as Yatoro will finish off the Aegis. He's picking up all that stuff on the ground. He doesn't have room for him for all these items in his inventory. And they've left a refresher shard, and Amar is going to find it for himself.
Yeah, he needs to be behind. That's kind of how you want to play this lineup, but it's a problem because the Bristleback feels squishy. Even though he's not squishy, he just feels squishy when Team Spirit jumps him. So you have to react a little bit faster than you naturally would want to if you're playing the Sand King.
Crit scouting up forward. Epicenter loaded up and going in. They find Morel, the Slardar, who's only died once this time in this game. Hand cannot use it as he's blown up by the sharpshooter by Crit. Extra stats, that ulti of his, which will also be very very handy to use. Is there a particular reason he wants to go for that butterfly on the Monkey King above the Scotty?
The only I would actually want to see a Scotty more. The only thing is maybe he thinks butterfly just brings him more damage. I think that's the thing. He wants to be able to kill the Bristleback faster.
All right, well that's one support down, maybe even two. As the Ogre sits on the high ground here, another stun connecting onto the Slardar. That's that humongous ulti, and Trolls ulted up though. Morel will fall. Yatoro BKB's up and hopes that he can stand his ground. The Troll will fall though, and Yatoro's still healthy for now. Crit, no sharpshooter. Beautiful play by Malrine. The Stinger comes in and tries to blow up Yatoro. He gets to the high ground, but can he get far enough? Crit's trying to get close, and Amar as well, chasing the Monkey King down, and they will find him. Falcons will get 3. Collapse barely makes it out with just a couple hundred HP, and despite the Troll dying, they have cleaned up the space for Malrine and Amar to shine.
Space for Malrine finally to play the game as he wants to, because he has been the main Doom target up until this point, and it made his game very, very hard. But then when Skitter eats it up and still does a decent chunk of damage, it makes the fight easy for the other 2 cores of Falcons.
Next Roshan. We've had 1 for Spirit, the first 2 for Falcons. It's going to be a 3rd for them, and Malrine charges in. Beautiful stun onto 2, but he did get notified. He runs away. At least Doom didn't use his ulti yet. Collapse patient for the time being. Refresher also up, so he has the second ulti. Falcons backing away behind the Roche, but Yatoro spotted, jumping in on Crit, trying to finish up the Hoodwink, and he's close to, but the healing comes in, and now the Troll fully focuses on Yatoro, and they've got Morel coming in for the rescue. Skitter is melting. He's still got his ulti up for a second. He might fall in a second. So does Collapse, as he's got self-doomed by the Lotus off of the Sand King, so they're able to get the Doom out of the way. That's 1 already dead for Spirit, but Skitter taking the fight to Morel, battling versus the Slardar, and he cannot stand his ground. Amar is also on the chase for Yatoro and keep Rue out of the fight. Morel is backing away, and the fight is all Falcons for the time being. Yatoro and Rue finally taken down as Skitter regroups with the boys. Poshka able to TP home to a base which is no longer theirs. Falcons break the curse and finally get a map win off of Team Spirit.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Sense this could also be a Morphling coming up here, if Yatoro wants to bring it up.
Late into the evening if it's game 5. I guess not too late. It's not gonna be the worst thing in the world. Of course, depends on how long the games are gonna be. But when we look at the standings,
there it is. You know, depends how long the games last. We have 49 minutes for a game 1. So if this is the pace, we'll local time midnight will probably be the finish. So long evening for the players, and the Falcons guys already started pretty early on today as Collapse stretching his limits, hoping that they can trade Skitter. Malrine will get the kill on Collapse first, and maybe even a second here. Snaking is the one to kill that will put him a bit closer to his vessel, but as he's gone, Snaking has been given the time to take over the mid lane for now, get some XP. Core's doing the killing, and the supports are doing the farming. Marine stacks, Rue finds these stacks.
I mean, they've got a TA. They can try to contest.
They're both, 3-on-1. Rick trying to make an escape. Get the stun out. The cog push. Is it a bit too much? Cog push again? The last word
should kill him.
It should be enough. There we go. The Toro had to tank the tower a bit to get vision.
Spear misses.
For Maposhka to get that, and Spear just completely off the mark. Also a notification about the grand finals of the last 3 Fissure Universe tournaments, Harry. You've been talking about those stomps previously. And it looks like every episode, we're at episode 6. So if only episode 1 had a 5-map series, is it time to, turn a page?
It's time to repeat it.
Alreen deep in on Maposhka. One more hit needed there. He'll get the kill, but will he die? Will Falcons get a response out of it? Looks like this Nature's Prophet's able to walk out. Morel doesn't have any spells available anymore. His raw right clicks might not be enough as the cogs were in the mix there with the arena. 2 kills for Falcons. Quick snipe there by the Pango with a swashbuckle. Snaking, broke his ankles there on the stairs.
In which he's going to be feeling confident enough. Do I TP on top of them? Do I TP next to my team when they're just running at us? It's not easy to make that decision.
It definitely isn't. But Mars just happens to walk in on Rue. Clockwork is dropping the cogs on Amar. Amar is about to drop here. Silenced up. Arcane Curse ticking, but not for enough damage. That's still level 3.
What a stroke of fate.
But he's regenerating out of it. And Crit will probably drop here. One more extra hit required. Meanwhile, another fight was taking place as Collapse fought with Snaking, and Marine came in for the 2 versus 1. So 2 kills for Spirit, 1 kill for Falcon, 6-6 on the board. Well, they'll get to the mid one too. And already Snaking working to deny it.
He's not gonna get it. Oh, no way. He's
actually now he's gonna get lassoed. Oh my god. That's so unfortunate for Snaking if he dies. Amar is coming in as his bodyguard. Gets thrown away with the flame break and he dies. Snaking dead. All he wanted to do was just deny an extra bit of gold from Team Spirit. Now you gave double. They still got the tower and they killed the Pugna. Continue farming that TA. Blink 18 minutes in on the clock now, so Team Spirit will soon reach their first actual big timing. Still haven't seen Global Silence being used as well, and Falcons knows that very well. 1-1. DPs are coming in though, but can that DK get in time? Crit's buying a lot of space here. And here comes... Oh, good Global there. There was about to be a spear play by the Mars, so they'll just get Rue for it instead of catching Morel.
I'm really liking this from Team Spirit. They know our tower in the mid lane has fallen, so on the enemy side of the map, with your cores being cautious about it and always looking for a way to escape.
Toro's blink is coming in, but Marina and Amar already start the fight on Collapse. Batrider to drop first. Maposhka is on the run. And this fight never gets to build up for Team Spirit. They were about to send Heroes bottom, but they're like 15 seconds too early in there, so...
Yeah, so it doesn't matter where you're killing them. It doesn't matter the objectives that you're getting. It more matters that you're getting ahead of the opponent so that you are ready for the big timing of Team Spirit, which is going to be this TA.
Hook shot in on Amar, caught in the river, 3v1. Every fight we've seen so far in this game has been... Okay, Yatoro's going to get tossed the hell out of the way. Roshan's like, yeah, this is my load. Amar is still dead anyway. Tormentor will be taken at the same time.
They are coming to fight it.
Will get away with it. Collapse. Oh, he reads the blink right, but he doesn't get anybody instead. Falcons get away. Silence duration to the first BKB usages of 9, so lucky to get quick dispel.
I mean, they've got that BKB. If they get here in time, it's going to be a problem for Team Spirit. They might not have all of their BKBs, but they've got Blink on the Mars and this BKB on the DK. They can most definitely fight.
They are very close right now. Skitter in position. Orchid also ready. If you can just get it on Collapse, he jumps straight onto the Batrider, and he will not get a chance to recover from this. Global is still held. Poshka will not pop it just quite yet. The Pango ulti pushes Nature's Prophet down to the ground, and the Grimstroke ulti. Morel is rolling on the spot. The tires are screeching, but the man's going nowhere. As Skitter will get a triple going on the DK. Yatoro TPing out, he'll get away, but 4 heroes looks to go down as Morel hasn't got anywhere to run from Amar, the F. 1,300 damage dealt on a tier 3 tower. Falcons backing out, 9k lead. Gabe and Graphs are given a 71% to 29. There's still a lot for Team Spirit to play here. Daedalus is ready on the TA, but Crit is making plays by himself. The global silence comes out, but it doesn't matter by the looks of it. Team Spirit are scrambling to get this fight going, but Yatoro is down already. Morel only got to disrupt the backline a bit, but 3 heroes dead. Make that 4. Falcons are here to play. Oh my goodness, Team Spirit. For this entire group stage, since EWC to here, this is a game where they are just receiving. They're just taking hits. They're getting punched real hard by Falcons.
That was beautiful, and that is...
Really puts Team Spirit in an awkward position right now because all of the item timings that they've been picking up through this game, they're just not getting a fight going. They're either missing a piece, they're getting caught by Falcons starting these fights. Could this finally be it? Can Team Spirit finally get a fight going on? Lasso beginner on Skitter. Still has the Aegis, by the way, but the Hurricane Pike will do damage. Enough to take the DK down. Still has his BKB, and Dragon Form's coming off cooldown right now. They're going to focus on Yatoro, stuck inside the Sprout. They're just going to annihilate this TA. Gone for 70 seconds, and Falcons, they don't really need too much on top of that. That's the biggest kill that they could get. The big damage dealer out of the way for a very, very long time. And they're draft in general, right? DK, Furion, and Mars as well. Like, they're great at wave clear. So, that being said, see what Team Spirit still has in them, because right now, without a smoke or anything, they're just caught inside their base, and Collapse is caught outside by Marine. 12-0-12. Well, at least he's got his own vision in an area you'd suspect they don't actually hold on to when 2 lanes of Rax are down. They are trying to hunt Collapse on the map once again. Are they? They're not fighting this army. No, they're not. Naposhka spotted. Collapse is just there to try and cut the wave, and he's been spotted once again. Firefly to the gate. TK is not gonna get there in time. The net worth deficit continues to grow. Amar fighting with Yatoro for a second. Snaking is there to back him up. He just drops the arena into the spear. Melreen will follow. Hook shot onto the Nature's Prophet. Still holding onto his BKB. He's not in risk. He doesn't care about this pesky clockwork just, you know, hugging his feet. I don't know what kind of pictures he was taking there when he was next to the Nature's Prophet, but we don't need to know more about that because this game looks like it's fully over pretty much. 4 heroes dead on the map. Silencer is coming back up with the Pango, but it's going to be mega creeps. Spirit still thinks that they have something to play for. Maybe one team fight, like you said, it still might be in them, but they're not getting that. They're not getting that fight together, and that's Megas.
Even the Rolling Thunder was forced out. Yeah, right now, it's probably some discussions happening. Okay, no, Rube wants to fight. Let's go.
Give it one more try.
Falcons. If this was Tundra time from Skitter and Snaking, they would go back for Roche. But I don't think it's so unnecessary right now to do that I don't know if they'll play it safe.
Looks like they need to. Maybe what they're looking for here is force a buyback off of TA, but they're gonna find out soon that TA doesn't have one. 20 seconds still down. Tier 4s are out of the way. There's some kind of high-level thought and thinking here. Amar will just raise his shield and face Team Spirit. And now, Falcons, you've got another scaling hero here for Falcons to try to match up to it. Did they random this last hero, by the way? They went for the heroes, and I want to be specific. Contested, not uncontested. There were much more contested heroes in previous TIs, except for last year being the exception, where there was a lot more uncontested heroes showing up in the pool. It's like, wait a minute, like is the hero pool just getting narrower and now narrower? comes to talk about how highly developed today's Dota is and really min-maxing the strengths of what heroes are good, what the meta's like, it doesn't move that much compared to previous years. So surprise picks might be falling into a void. Meanwhile, first blood hunt here with Team Spirit trying to get it off of Crit Snapfire. And a bit more needed here. Miposhka's last right click will take him out. So Spirit on the board first. Multiple times, at least I personally wanted to bring up the topic multiple times for people to actually recognize like how well this guy has been playing, even if you are probably on the best Dota team in the world. On in the top lane, there's also a fight going down in mid as he's trying to commit onto the Earthshaker. So a TP rotation is going in there at the same time as Amar finishes off the Miposhka and gets the double. With the 2-point Quill Spray is enough to finish off the Morphling. Not enough HP coming in.
But then you're allowing the Shaker to start coming back into the game.
Miposhka was hoping to invade. Oh, he put that Obs ward on the edge of that sentry. So Crit was able to get the D ward off, and now he knows someone's around, and Miposhka is going to get trapped from 2 different directions. The Glimpse goes off, and now snaking is able to Mirel. Shield Rune. Can he help Miposhka out? Looks like he's just going to call it off. He's going to run away.
But it's
unfortunate for the Monkey King that he doesn't get any benefit off of that Shield Rune, because he was really ready to fight, but it was just the 2 of them versus too many Falcons heroes.
Their ward is still there.
Going in deep onto Crit here. Morel loading up. Gets the Gene Goose up. Level 3 will finish him off. Malrine got glimpsed back from whence he came from, so he's all the way back to the fountain. Mamar hoping to finish off Miposhka here, and looks like he's gonna get this one too, but can he also walk out? Morel
no mana.
Keep up with the Bristle. He still has a Healing Lotus and a Magic Wand, but he looks up to the mid lane where Collapse was pressuring Snaking. So Team Spirit making some moves of their own. But can they keep up the chase? The Fissure is there. The slow coming out from the Scatter Blast. Good lift from Rue. And Skitter, who popped his Dragon form, has nothing to hit.
Yeah, that's used, so this is the Spirit that we know and love. They poke, they get something, and they still get themselves out because you're not there fast enough to,
they're not over yet.
To respond.
AD Monkey King on its way, and Rubik just has to walk in onto them. Sends Skitter closer to his allies into the Pulverize, and an AD at work by Morel. That DK will die before they lose a Rubik, and a double for Collapse running down Snaking. So with one move of aggression into another right after, they'll get 2 big kills. The DK dies for the first time.
They're kiting Malrine so well. I think Falcons should change their strategy. Just go on Yatoro and force TPs here. That's the way.
Toro down. Miposhka hoping he's got enough on Amar, but there's the cookie from Crit. The tower and the grenade will not.
Dangling one of the 2 best counter initiation heroes that you have. If it's your Primal Beast or your Monkey that's getting caught first, you have lost the fight. So I really don't like what Spirit did there. I really thought they were going to be playing around the Monkey King a bit more.
Rue right next to Snaking and Amar. Steals the blast. I'll get to work on Pogna Morel. Landing the Wukongs, the lift comes in, the Crepify is over, but Malrine blinks in with the Echo Slam, and the Monkey King is down, and Rubik is going to follow suit with the Snapfire, throwing in that Mortar Barrage. Snaking picks up both of the kills, but Malrine is the one to rescue the situation with that Blink Echo. And because of the kill on Collapse in the top lane, his Blink was delayed, and Shaker finished his. So Falcons again, quick play from an item finished.
You see a night and day difference where the side of Falcons, they're going on to Collapse, which is one of the better counter initiations. If Spirit would go for Shaker, fine, but you can't do this.
TPs are coming in late. Not sure if they can get a fight going here. Morel is pretty much hitting his head on the wall here. From death to TP in, taking a chunk. He's down to half. Crit, another Scatter Blast is ready. Amar's trying to slow him down with the Snot, the explosions, and the Drain is coming in. And Miposhka is now also hunted, and Spirit are losing heroes back and forth. Mar for another. Now 5-0 down the mid lane. TP is already coming in with the Snapfire to address that mid lane push. But Crit is actually smoked himself, so Falcons know something's up.
Are they gonna read them again as the real thing?
Base for Malrine. They do find a target. It's Skitter. He's already down to 700. Gets his Dragon form off, but nothing else. So Collapse and Morel get the quick blow-up kill. Onto Miposhka. They go next. will not get the chance to send a proper glimpse here. He dies to the Nether Ward in the end, so snaking his source of kills, the level 1 Nether Ward. And the hunt is on. Scan is also there, but no TPs are coming in. They believe he can get away, but he gets cancelled by Crit's Cookie. No way for Yatoro to escape. Make an effort, but that's all he can really show. And
Nether Ward.
145 gold per player from these two courier snipes.
Not bad at all.
Morel finds Amar. Maposhka's coming in. Static Storm instantly dropped on him. They have to get through his mana pool. The man is also holding on to a Lotus Orb. And there's the Pugna, but an interruption comes in from Collapse. They target the Pugna, the Cookie on the Pugna as well, but it doesn't really put him in a better position because Yatoro is able to clean him up, and Collapse will also get the streak off of Amar. The Team Spirit is finally getting some breathing room, and maybe also in the form of a Roshan, but here's a beautiful play there. Collapse blinks in for vision, Miposhka with the glimpse. Crit down, 3 heroes dead, but it's not a Roche call. They'll just take what they can.
There for too long. Both of the teams really utilizing their vision. That chase from Falcons, why did they chase for a Disruptor that long? Because they know there's a ward behind, so if the side of Spirit start TPing in, they're gonna see them and you can win an even bigger engagement. On the other hand, this ward on the cliff next to the pit from Spirit gives them the confidence to go for the bristleback. Sure, they knew that his teammates were not in the vicinity, but what if they started running forward and
Yatoro's in
without
vision.
that ward?
Skitter's got Orchid ready. There's Manta and Yatoro, so they need to lock him down with the Echo Slam. Might just be enough. And they got Miposhka first, but Yatoro down to half. Here comes Morel. BKB pop. Beautiful hit on the back line. Malrine and Skitter just walk away. And they are hunting the Rubik now. Snapfire ulti to provide some of that extra backup from range. Malrine is still being controlled by Morel, but he's moving around in the trees, and Yatoro's Fissure will not connect. Malrine walks and blinks away. They'll get away with the two supports. Nobody dies, but BKBs have been used. Morel's still not out of vision, though. They just jump him right away. He thought the fight's over, but you thought wrong, son.
So this is their timing, right? Because especially with the long BKBs, even if you don't get the right initiation, you can commit for a longer period of time and not be afraid of the shaker turnaround. So this is kind of the point of the game where you need to get the advantage. And despite the enemies having the Aegis, it shouldn't dissuade you from going forward.
Bottom fight by the looks of it. Yatoro is deep under the tower. Echo is still available, but they got Collapse's BKB, but that Pulverize will do nothing. It hits into the Lotus that was cast on Malrine. So he'll hold his ground. They will hunt down Miposhka. 2 more kills for Falcons. All of our questions. I just didn't notice the Amar bristled back around there for a second.
Yeah, he was there for a very low period of time, right?
He was. He said hi and said bye.
Yeah, but he contributed so much to that fight.
Onto that Aegis still on the side of Falcons. Collapse is on the hunt deep. That NK ulti is a slightly bit off the mark. They do have Spirit's vision here, but also Snapfire providing quite a lot. Yatoro has no target to hit because either they're running away or they're getting decrepified. Collapse is dead to Amar, and Amar is getting to work once again. In front of Morel, in front of Yatoro. And the stolen Rubik Snapfire Mortimer's Kiss is coming in this time, but Morel is dead, and still not a single Falcon Heroes has died in this engagement. And Amar continues to go.
Rue is probably dead as well.
Malrine 3 seconds for Fissure. If Rubik doesn't get to the high ground, he's done for. There we go. Flips back on Amar, but Malrine just blinks in, finishes the kill, and the mid tower is history. 9,000 gold suddenly of an advantage for Falcons. It is starting to show now that when you're on the losing end, even if you're combined with 4 of the most talented players a DOTA team has almost ever seen, you are going to start lacking in your knowledge of what are we going to do in a situation like this. We're quite heavily behind. So he has a role, but Rue is the next on the list here for Malrine. Taking over the triangle once again, forcing Team Spirit out. Roshan waiting to be claimed. It is with a banner. Malrine walks in on Collapse. Gets the enchant totem right click off and into the disruptor ulti, and there's the Aeon disc. What's your ulti gonna do now? Yatoro walks up to him. Fissure blocks on Pugna and Bristle back there. Snaking and Amar are just staring at Malrine, taking a 1 versus 1 versus Yatoro. Crit coming in from the side, throws in the cookie with the blink, and there comes the Monkey King ulti. Snaking and Amar, who have been observers in this team fight, they'll lose one of their guys, and Amar is left alone in the river to battle versus Yatoro, just trying to keep tabs on him and keep him annoyed. Skitter is joining in now as well on the side as they take Miposhka. Collapse, blink is open. Yatoro is still looking for an angle in, hoping that with Morel they maybe take down Malrine. Amar's taken Rue on the other side of the river. Echo on Yatoro. Malrine slapped the totem in the man's face as Crit is still trying to survive versus Morel. No such luck, and Amar joins in. The 3 evil cores of Falcons will take down the rest of Team Spirit in this fight. Miposhka bought back for nothing to be found, and if he dies too, I don't think they're necessarily going to get to him in time. He still has the glimpse, but Amar, he's got his sights on him. He'll Lotus it up, but just a little bit too late. If he got the Lotus play on that glimpse, ooh. But they're still going for it. They're still going. They're just going to get Miposhka in front of his face. There used to be a disruptor there. And they're thinking about another. Yatoro's just going to do some damage. There's the Radiant Glyph coming into play. There's no Dire Glyph remaining anymore, so Team Spirit are just holding. 10 seconds for Monkey, 13 seconds for Rubik. Yatoro is now finally getting through that tier 3 tower by the time the mid lane is completely gone.
Look at Shaker's position. Just to look at
Yatoro's going for the... Okay, I was thinking tier 4. Yeah, he's going tier 4 tier. He's like, there's no other way out of this game except force them back. He's hitting tier 4 tower right now. They're pinging him. No
Shaker is coming back.
Just quite yet, except for Malrine. He'll hold Yatoro. He'll keep him busy. We got a Shaker battle going on in our mini camera there. And another fight just outside of the base of Team Spirit. Disruptor ulti on top of Skitter, but he also gets pushed out of it with the electromagnetic repulsion.
Morphling is coming back.
Morel's BKB is still up, and Mars trying to keep him as slow as possible. There we go, the BKB is now popped up, and Morphling has left. Shaker is on his way. There's no Pugna. It's a 3 versus 5 fight that they're taking right now, and they're getting the Monkey King. 3 versus 5 and getting away with a kill.
Shaker is already back, and Morphling was forced to use the BKB. Shaker didn't, his Aeon disc didn't get popped, so it's just a disaster.
And then they go straight. Oh yeah, he's deleted. Morphling deleted from there. Collapse went in at the same time as they were hoping to get the damage in from the Morphling, but Falcons once again just one step faster. They have been faster this entire series, but can Spirit still hold one more time? Collapse goes down. Morel's ulti down the drain pretty much as he does get the changing of the guard save for himself, but the Snapfire is slowly but surely burning him down. Another shotgun to the face, and there goes Morel. 90 seconds, he is out as he diebacks, and Team Falcons looking for a 3-0 sweep. They got struck by that sweep before in EWC. They got 2-0'd by Spirit in the group stage, but vengeance is theirs. Falcons 3-0. Congratulations. Grace.
And it was the...
You are doomed!